students, welcome to my channel, Learn it Sir. Dear students, today we will learn about chapter 6, Physical and Chemical Changes. Subject Science. Dear students, we know about what is physical. Physical means the outer part, the shape and size of the body. Suppose this is a head to toe, toe to head. This is the size of the body, which is called the physical. Somebody will ask you, how is physically fit? That person is physically fit or not? That is physically means the entire part of the body is physically fit. You can run, you can sit, you can walk. This is called the physical, is it? So any kind of the physics. Suppose this is a rubber band. This is called the outer shape. This rubber band has a shape and also size, is it? This is a shape and size. This is a size and shape. What you call it as? This is the physics of the rubber. The paper. Then what is this? This is the paper A4 size. That means the size and shape also paper have. The shape is A4. That means the size and shape of the paper is A4. This is the physics. Chalk. This is also have physics. Size and shape both are there. So this size and shape of any kind of the object is known as the physical property. What is physical property? The size and shape of the any kind of items, material is known as the physical property. Now dear students, here we want to understand about physical changes and chemical changes. So we understand the physics of this all object. Now if you change or if you make this kind of the square, is it? Suppose I make this kind of a square. Okay. This is the change. So what is the change? The physics. That means physics means the physical property, that is size and shape of this paper is changed. That is why it is known as physical change. Understand? The size and shape of this property is changed. It is a physical change. Now, this is rubber band. This is normal size and shape, is it? If I stretch it, so now what happened? The size and shape of this rubber band change. So it is known as a physical change. Understand? This is, we have chalk. This is now size and shape change. This is called the physical change. So I hope you understand about the properties. The properties is size and shape. This is called the physical properties. And change in the size and shape, that is called the physical change of that material. That you understand. Now suppose what physical change and what it is irreversible change. Suppose this is the paper. If I will cut from one part of this paper, is it? Suppose I cut it square part. Suppose this is like cut one part of this paper. Now what happened? This is the physical change because the size and shape of the paper is changed. But this change you cannot reverse it. You cannot reverse it. We cannot make the same paper. ये अपने आप ज्वाइन होगा? No. But जब हमने इसको फोल्ड किया था तो चेंज हो गया था, बट इसको ओपन किया तो इट्स अ रिवर्सिबल चेंज. ठीक है. सिमिलरली रबर बैंड में हमने इसको खींचा जोर से तो फिजिकल चेंज हुआ और इसको फिर से छोड़ दिया तो रिवर्सिबल चेंज. सो दिस इज अ फिजिकल चेंज, रिवर्सिबल चेंज. Physical change and reversible change. Now, similar in the chalk shape. This is the physical. Now you can have the physical change. Yes, this is a physical change. So this physical change, but this is a irreversible change or reversible change. Suppose if you take the dust of this chalk. What is dust? Suppose I rub here and there are lots of dust comes, is it? This way, this dust comes, or with any kind of material you use and you collect this dust, put it in the beaker and make some paste like material after adding the water and roll it like a chalk and dry it, you might get a chalk stick. That means this change is reversible change. Okay, this change is a reversible change. So this is a change. Paper folding is reversible change, but cutting of a paper irreversible change. Stretching the band, rubber band is reversible but physical change, and also it is a reversible change. Also you can see the change of the person. Person means suppose I am before 30 years or 35 years or 25 years I was small baby. Now I become an adult person. So day by day change is happening in my body. It is a physical change. Also change the size, change the shape. Okay, day by day I will become old one. Okay, so similarly the change in the size and shape also. Size and shape will not goes there, but in my structure of the body will change. So this is called the physical change. Similarly, a tree, small tree, suppose a small plant. If you develop a small plant at your home or sometimes nearby your home, and it becomes tree, so that is the small size of the herbs or shrubs will become in future tree. So that kind of change also the physical change. Okay, so this kind of changes happens day and night. It's also known as the changes, is it? Revolution of the earth is also known as the changes. So these all are changes, that is called the physical changes. And these changes comes in day-to-day life, in your routine life. Suppose you have dog. What is dog? What is dog? What is dog? Dog means आटा होता है ना, आटा उसकी हम बनाते हैं ना, छोटी छोटी रोटियां बनाने की गोल गोल बनाते हैं ना, उसको बोलते हैं डो. That dough, suppose you make it and you make chapati. Maybe you make round shape chapati, whatever shape chapati. But if you make chapati and again the same you take it in your hand and again you make the dough, it will become dough, round shape again. But after making chapati, if you put it on your pan, cooking pan, and if you give the heat, after giving the heat, it will not become dough again, is it? That means that is irreversible change. Okay, making a dough and making it dough with chapati, but giving a heat to the chapati, that is an irreversible change, is it? Making plane, if you make an aeroplane from this paper and again you open this, that reversible change. But cutting the paper, that is irreversible change. So you might understand about the physical change and also you understand about the change which happens in your daily life. In your, maybe you also can check your small brother if you have, a small sister if you have. Before 1 year, if you might have checked her or his hand, that is a smaller one. Day by day, you can notice that the hand of your brother or sister is becoming more and more. Is it? Your hair also. Before 1 month, 2 months, if you have checked your hair, and now if you check your hair, the size of the hair will increase. Is it? But if you cut it, that is a change. That is called the physical change. Is it? So you can notice that your change happens day by day and it occurs day by day. So this is called the physical change. Okay. Now we again understand one more point. Here two changes we are going to talk about. That is physical change. Physical change slightly more easier. Okay. Now we understand about chemical change. What is chemical change? chemical change, a material in which maybe a solid sometime, maybe a liquid, maybe a gas, and if together, you understand? Together if we mix it or by the atmosphere mixed and give a new substance because of the reaction in between them. Maybe it is an environment or maybe the chemical components which are present in it. So when it changes and give a new substance, that is called chemical change. Means whenever two substances mix together and gives new substance or new reaction, after giving the reaction new substance, that is called the chemical change. Suppose this is a rusting of iron. Okay, the iron chemical name is Fe. It's a rusting of iron. Suppose this is iron, and what happens in the environment? What is present in the environment? You say, sir, there are lots of gases are present. There is nitrogen, carbon dioxide, oxygen, is it? The nitrogen cell is present about 78%. Carbon dioxide is present about the 1%. And oxygen is present about the 21%. Is it? So 78% oxygen, 21%, 78% nitrogen, 28% oxygen, is it? Suppose these are gases are present, and the iron where here it mixes with the oxygen. Okay, iron when it mixes with the oxygen, then the process of iron and oxygen is known as oxidation. What is known as? It's known as oxidation. The mixing of iron and oxygen is known as oxidation. Is it? Huh? Mixing of iron and oxygen is known as oxidation. Understand? So you can see the oxidation. Suppose you have your bicycle. After some time, you might see small kind of the maybe you at your home you can notice that a small kind of the black color, and if you touch that color, you will have this kind of the redness, or suppose it is stick to your hand. That is they call the rusting. Rusting मतलब जंग लगना, मतलब जंग लगना. So when you use the when you have the iron, when you put it outside, due to the atmosphere mixes with it and gives you oxygen plus, and that is called the rusting of. Now, similarly, one more thing which we have, this is the magnesium. Magnesium strips are present. Okay. When you use this magnesium with the oxygen, when magnesium you burn the magnesium, okay, first burning, when you burn the magnesium strip or whatever stick you have, after burning, when burning is happening, when it is possible, in the presence of oxygen, is it? In the presence of oxygen. When you burn the magnesium strip or any kind of the material which is magnesium made, when you burn that strip, in the presence of oxygen, it gives you magnesium oxide. Gives you magnesium oxide. Now, when this is a new material, is it? In chemical changes, what happened? Magnesium plus oxygen. This is the material in which the oxygen is added. I told you that. Suppose it is a chemical reaction, or suppose it is the two chemicals are together, or suppose it is a solid material together make any kind of the oxidation. Is it? So this is a magnesium oxygen. So that is called the magnesium oxide. After burning the magnesium steel, it gives with the oxygen, it gives the magnesium oxide. And this magnesium oxide, when you add this kind of the ash, suppose this is the ash of the magnesium oxide, you collect this ash of the magnesium oxide, and if you add water, the mixture of these will give you a magnesium hydroxide. Will give you a magnesium hydroxide. And we know that this magnesium hydroxide, we know this. Where we learned in previous chapter, in acid, base and salt, this magnesium hydroxide is base. And what happens to the base when you add red litmus paper of this magnesium hydroxide? It will give a blue color, that is base. Understand? So this red litmus paper will give you a blue color, that is called base. So RBB will happen with this magnesium hydroxide. So this burning of this stream of the magnesium stream gives with the oxygen gives one material, and this again this material adding in the water also gives one more material, that is called the base, that is called the magnesium hydroxide, and this is called the chemical reaction. I will show you one more chemical reaction over here. We understood about acid rain, is it? In last chapter we understood about acid rain, is it? So this acid rain similarly have the same situation. Sulfur dioxide present in the environment with the water, because the atmosphere, when water comes from where? From the clouds. When the raindrops comes, the raindrops when fall, it mix with the sulfur dioxide and it gives the sulfuric acid. So that is called the acid rain. We know that nitrogen oxide with the water. Water comes from where? Cloud. In the rainy season, when falls drop, it gives the nitric acid. So this is all changes. These all changes are known as chemical changes. So, might you understand what is physical change and chemical change? In next class, we also will understand more topic and more chemical reactions and the chemical changes and physical changes. Thank you.